Brad Watson and the Channel 8 News team is standing by, and we'll have another report from them shortly about the standoff near Waco. But our final story tonight first. UTA's wheelchair basketball team playing in Illinois tonight wins another NCAA title. That makes 3 in 3 years, and they beat Illinois all 3 times. This is a team that works hard at it, enjoys it, and deserves it. And here's George Reba.
I got sick when I was 9 years old. I got Guillain-Barré. It's a disease that affects the nervous system. And it was on my birthday, as a matter of fact. I got it, and I got sick, and I just was stumbling around. I couldn't walk very much. And within 24 hours, I was paralyzed from the neck down.
I started in junior high school. Every time I played sports, I would end up blowing a joint. And no one really understood why, because it looked like everything was fine. It was just a degenerative joint problem. So it just means when I run, I try to stop. A lot of times I break.
I had polio when I was 3 months old. I walk on crutches, so it's not like I'm not able to get out of the chair or anything. So I'm not really confined to the chair. Yeah, like you want to say, I guess, yeah.
Jason Van Beek, Brad Michael, and Willie Hernandez aren't alone here. On this floor, everyone has suffered a disabling injury or disease. But the common bond here is that all have overcome those setbacks.
Overcoming injuries, overcoming illnesses that are debilitating does not have to mean that you are, quote, on the negative side, disabled for the rest of your life. My gosh, I'll challenge any able-bodied basketball team that wants to come out, and we'll get you some chairs and we'll play you ball, and I think there'll be a genuine respect for what these guys do.
What these guys do is play basketball in a wheelchair better than any other college team in the country. In fact, this team hasn't lost a collegiate game since 1989, winning 3 national championships. Some players have never lost a college game.
No. Every year since I've been here, we've won. So it's been pretty. I mean, we've dominated pretty much every year since I've been here. So it's pretty exciting.
Pin him with your chair. There, just like that. There you go. You got an M80. You got an M80. See his options?
At times, wheelchair basketball can become a rough and tumble sport. The game has made good progress lately, but it still hasn't fully matured. UTA was one of the first schools to offer a full scholarship in the sport. Today, they offer 6.
In this school, not a lot of people know what's going on, as of like wheelchair basketball or any other sports. They usually know more about like volleyball and like able-bodied basketball.
We're going to pick and roll it, gentlemen.
UTA has assembled some of the finest wheelchair basketball players in the country, and players measure their success in various ways.
I don't know if there's as much pride as just satisfaction out of it. I competed in sports in high school and never really thought I'd be able to go past that. I knew that I had an injury problem, and I always dreamed about playing college sports, so this is really great for me. The satisfaction is so high.
And you walk from point A to point B. I roll from point A to point B. The important thing is what we do at point B, not how we get there.
One of the biggest drawbacks is competition. The nearest collegiate team for UTA is in Dayton, Ohio. Needless to say, the team does not travel every week.
All the way. All right, come back, Dennis. Come back and help, Dennis. Come back. There you go. All the way around. All the way. Go, Gordy.
And if you think Jim Hayes is a restrictive, overpowering coach, guess again.
Oh, look at here. Boom, baby.
It's a self-directed team. I see myself more as a facilitator than a coach. Disciplinarian in terms of practice and being here and getting the job done. But when the game starts, you know what you have. You got to let your talent play. And I've seen so many coaches overcoach players and really hamper their individual capabilities. These guys come up with something new every day, and it's always positive.
George Reba, Channel 8 Sports in Arlington.
Working in the spirit of Texas. From WFAA-TV, this is News 8 at 6.
Plus, the President salutes some world-class achievers from UTA. Stay with us.
Well, if you'd asked him 15 years ago whether his team gets the respect it deserves, the coach of the best college wheelchair basketball team would have said no.
But today, Jim Hayes says yes as the University of Texas at Arlington team tours Washington. Channel 8's Jim Fry reports.
This trip is the reward for pioneers, for Coach Jim Hayes and the University of Texas at Arlington, which began play 16 years ago. Long before many noticed or cared about wheelchair basketball, not to mention a congressman.
No problem. Nice to meet you. Good to have you here. And congratulations, Bill. Thank you.
For the players, this is congressional recognition for a three-peat. Their third national championship in a row brings them to the Capitol steps, the same as another champion, the Dallas Cowboys.
Hit him with your chair.
In fact, the Movin' Mavs have not lost in intercollegiate play since 1989, with a style their coach describes as hardcore.
There is nothing about disability on that basketball court. It's pure ability. They go up against their peers, nationally known programs, and they excel, largely because of their effort, their preparation.
And Hayes says now the athletes are getting the respect they deserve.
I mean, they're the big wheels on campus, no pun intended.
Big wheels around the Capitol, too. Guided tours. A few even got several minutes with the Senate Minority Leader. The players showed a student's interest in details and pleasure at this form of respect.
I mean, who really thinks they're going to be going to the White House? Not too many people.
That's right, the real payoff. The team presented gifts to President Clinton, who noted he's the first to welcome the wheelchair champs to the White House.
You have no idea whether there's some young person who will see your picture here who will be inspired and say, oh, I can do more with my life. I can make more of myself.
As for the players, they'd like to do more, like win a fourth championship. Jim Fry, Channel 8 News, the White House.
Next year, the college wheelchair Final Four will be played at UTA, and the President and First Lady now hold the first two tickets for that classic.